welcome back to the channel. Hi, I am back from Europe. That was like the last time you guys saw me going to Europe. We had so much fun. If you listen to the podcast, it was completely unhinged, but it is what it is. I was gonna do 2 episodes while I was gone, but honestly, it was really hard for me. I'm not gonna lie, and it's not that like I didn't enjoy my time, and it's not that I wasn't grateful for the experience. It's just like I have absolutely horrible travel anxiety, and for some reason Europe is like sets it over the edge because it's so far and it's like such a long trip. I didn't do as well as I thought I would. If you listen to the podcast, like I had a panic attack like as I was leaving. I had one like when you guys saw me last, and I was just like really anxious while I was there, and it was really hard for me to kind of keep it under control because a lot of the things that help my anxiety are obviously like routine, being at home. When you're traveling, you don't really have a routine and you're not at home. So I'm glad that I like pushed myself to try something new. I think I did a better job than maybe when I was younger. So that's good. Coming back is obviously even harder because like the jet lag's worse on the way back. I just like had been dealing with anxiety for like 2-3 weeks at that point. So I just felt like my nervous system was extremely unregulated when I came back. It was literally depleted when I got back. I was like bawling, crying on the phone with my therapist. I'm just being completely honest. And it took me a few days to kind of recover from jet lag. Like I literally got home on a Thursday, went to bed at like 4:30 p.m. and didn't get out of bed till Saturday at 9 a.m., which is like insane. And obviously because I have issues, taking the past week to kind of just like settle back in. I started like organizing my entire apartment. I set up my new couch. I got all of my boxes delivered from Los Angeles to Chicago, but not Chicago, the suburbs where my grandma lives. My 4th of July and my birthday have passed, and I just kind of honestly spent them getting my shit together, like not doing anything exciting. A lot of my friends were still in Europe when I got back because our trips like only overlapped for the wedding. My family also went to Charleston for a week over my birthday and stuff. So I've just been spending time with my grandma and getting back into a routine, which has honestly been really nice. I feel just like a lot better. I'm definitely still struggling with some like anxiety right now. I think that I'm putting like a lot of pressure on myself, and I think that I'm being pretty hard on myself. I'm not gonna lie. Turning 28, this milestone of like getting really close to 30, and I don't really feel very old, but at the same time, it's like I have to deal with all this adult stuff. Your mental health and healing journey is like a constant in your life, and so I just feel like a little overwhelmed, the pressure I'm putting on myself. But then also at the same time, I'm really happy where I am. I was walking home to my apartment yesterday, and I was just feeling like so grateful that even though my 27th year was like so chaotic in a sense of moving around. I was in California, and then I moved to Chicago, but then I was going back and forth to California and San Diego, and then finally like in the past few months, I obviously like committed to Chicago. So it feels really nice that like I re-signed my lease. I have nowhere to go. The past 12 months obviously were just like super chaotic in that way, and now I just feel like I can finally settle within myself. Like I said, I was walking home, and I just like am really happy to be in Chicago. I feel like I've just been shedding like layers of things that I thought when I was younger in LA, between like what it means to be successful, what it means to be happy, what it means to be healthy, all of these things that I think being in that bubble were in my head, and now I'm just realizing like who I even really am more. Funny, like even when I was at the wedding, a girl was like, wait, you lived in LA for almost a decade? Like, how are you the way you are? So I would have never expected that. I thought like you've been in the Midwest this whole time, like based on like your personality and vibe. And I was like, no, yeah, like I get that a lot. And like even like some of my guy friends will like introduce me to their girlfriends and be like, this is what she does for a living, and they just have this like preconceived notion of what my personality is gonna be like. And then, you know, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, they're like, I thought you were gonna be so different because of like what you do and because you lived in LA, but like you're so normal and blah blah. I've always been like that, but now being in Chicago and like settling and all this stuff, I'm like shedding even more of it, because like where you live and who you hang around with, like you are what you eat, what you watch, who you spend time with, like all that stuff. And I'm not saying that LA is all bad by any means. I think everywhere has pros and cons, but I definitely think that being in that chaotic like lifestyle, and especially going back and forth the past year, the past 6 months of really settling into Chicago have made me feel just extremely confident in my decision and in myself. The future scares the shit out of me because I have no idea what it is. So that's funny. That's a funny thing about the future. future, you know? Speaking of mental health, if you are struggling, you are not alone, clearly. It is really difficult to manage your mental health, especially if you don't even know where to start. And that's why this video is sponsored by my favorite, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone sessions, and even live chats with your therapist. So if you're not comfortable seeing anyone on camera, you totally don't have to. It's all good. I just talk on the phone, not because I'm not comfortable on camera, obviously, but just because I do. And it's amazing. There's a broad range of expertise within BetterHelp. They have a 20,000 plus therapist network, so you'll have access to things that are maybe not locally available to you. You fill out a questionnaire to assess your needs, and then BetterHelp will match you with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you just schedule your video or your phone session. And plus, like I said, you can exchange unlimited messages with your therapist. Obviously, it's completely confidential, so you don't have to worry about that, but I've just learned that like, I don't have therapy once a week, like I am not okay. You know, when I got back this week, she just really explained to me, or last week, she just really explained to me like how I was clearly like unregulated and I need to do my mood boosters, and like my routine is regulate my system before I even had to start worrying about, you know, the things that are actually stressing me out, because I was just so unregulated. So it was like making sure I was doing the right things for my body and my mind, taking the nap, taking the sleep, taking the time alone. But then she reminds me to like not isolate, because it's really easy when you're like really, really down to just want to isolate and not do anything. And that's something that I struggle with. I feel like I want to just like hide and like not interact with anyone. And I think I do need some alone time, but she reminds me that there's such thing as like too much. And so that's why I took like the 48 hours, and then I kind of forced myself to get up, get out of bed, go take a walk, meet my family at the beach. And even though I wasn't like, you know, filled with joy in the moment, like it was exactly what I needed. And so she teaches me those things and reminds me of those tools. You can also request a new therapist at no additional charge. And so many people are using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional therapists in literally all 50 states. So you can join the 2 million people that are taking charge of their mental health by using BetterHelp. So visit betterhelp.com/LaurenElizabeth, that's better HELP, and you can get 10% off your first month on me. I know so many of you guys have DM'd me that you've done it, and it's been absolutely amazing. I think if you're someone that's afraid of therapy or unsure, this is such an easy way to just kind of like dip your toe in, to not have to leave your house, start taking more care of your mental health. So the next thing I had to do for my mental health, I am using my mood tumbler. Like you saw, I woke up at like 7:45 and finally back on my schedule where I wake up at that time every day. This week I'm drinking matcha instead of coffee. It's because Peak sent me like a bunch of this matcha that I really, really love them. I love how it's just like powder, you mix it in the thing and like you're done. It's not like, oh, I have to like grind up the matcha and do like oat milk and da 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 da. No. So I literally just do water and the green tea, and it says drink 2 to 3 of them a day. And so I had 2 yesterday, 2 today. I absolutely love matcha. I forgot how amazing it makes you feel and like how good it is for like your skin and anxiety and just everything. It's truly incredible. Perfect in the mood tumbler. I do like 2 full ones of these. Maybe I'll have another one later. I don't know. I've been working for the past 2 hours. I've cleaned out like 2,000 emails, replied to a bunch of stuff, made a bunch of lists. I have a podcast recording today. Really, really back in the routine. I literally haven't recorded a podcast in weeks, and I also haven't done a podcast interview in weeks. So I'm was nervous, and now I'm like, just don't be nervous. But I still have a few hours, so I want to get a walk in. Going on walks in the sun has been life-changing for me, and then I will show you a ton of stuff in the apartment when we're back. I was never a big biker shorts person, but the Set Active ones are literally amazing. I'm also obsessed with the one that is attached. This is Lululemon, and so it kind of looks like a bodysuit. So hot outside, and I don't know why. I never used to be into biker shorts. I just like didn't like the way it felt, but now I feel like pretty comfortable in them, and it's just like way too hot to wear leggings. You can get a little sun on your legs. Shred's first bike, and it's ironic because I rode a bike here. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I've literally been out of the house for 3 times longer than I wanted to be. I have to go register my bike really quick, and I mean, honestly, it's so nice outside, I don't care. And look at me, I'm vlogging on the sidewalk, being shameless, aka there's no one around. But I literally have been out for so long. I was literally just gonna go on a walk, and I haven't been home in like 2 hours. I don't know. I'll be right back. Okay, I did not prepare to be like so sweaty or like anything in this video, but I just got back. I was planning on just doing like a walk like to the lake and back, and then I thought, oh, I haven't seen my family since they got back from Charleston. I'll just go pop over and say hi because I have like a few hours. As I was like doing that, someone changed something in my calendar and I thought I had to be on a podcast recording, and so I literally started running, which I don't do, and then I like grabbed a bike and I went to my mom's, and then they gave me my birthday present since they were gone. I was so excited because they got me a bike, which you just saw. I've literally been waiting to get a bike, and obviously it's useless in the winter, which is a big part of Chicago, but whatever. I still really wanted a bike because I love biking everywhere in the city, and so I'm so excited I finally have my own because my mom wouldn't let me borrow hers like I did last summer. Best birthday gift ever. Dropped it off at the bike shop because I wanted a black bike. I didn't want a red bike, and I feel kind of guilty exchanging colors, but I'm just gonna go with my gut on this one and just get the black bike. Podcast in like 45 minutes that I have to prep for, which I kind of already did. I'm recording another podcast, which is what I forgot about, so I'm being a guest on someone's podcast. I wasn't planning to like look all like sweaty and stuff for the later half of my day. I really didn't get to like do like abs or like strength training or anything like that, and I kind of still want to, but I feel like I have to do a lot of computer work right now, so maybe I'll just like stay sweaty for the podcast. And I also have therapy on the phone like right after the second podcast, and then by that time I hate when I like don't know what to do with my schedule. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show you guys some stuff. So I'm snacking on blueberries. I started getting the berry containers from Container Store, and then I'm starting a bone broth journey. Let's try it together. It's literally fine. I don't think bone broth tastes bad at all, but bone broth is so good for you, and it's really good for your gut and your skin and your energy and your brain and just like overall everything. I think like the biggest thing for me with like eating healthy is like when I go out and with my friends or family, I'm not gonna restrict myself at all. I'm just gonna like listen to my body, and if I'm super hungry, I'm gonna eat a lot. If I feel like having a beer, I'm gonna have a beer. If I'm not that hungry, maybe I'll just like pick a little bit. If I don't feel like going out to eat, I won't. When I'm at home, what I focus on is ingredients and real food. You have to know where your food is coming from, and you have to know the ingredients. As long as you're eating real food, it's not bad for you. Like if you're eating just sourdough bread and the only ingredient is the organic sourdough flour starter kit, whatever, I'm gonna actually start making my own sourdough bread, which I'm really excited about. But anyway, if you're eating literally like steak or bacon or chicken or vegetables or any of these things, like it's all just like real food. As long as it's real food, that's kind of like my approach to health. So I eat a lot of fruit, I eat a lot of protein, I eat vegetables, but I eat them grilled, which I've learned is actually a lot easier to digest, which I didn't know. I thought that like it was so much better to eat raw vegetables, but it's actually harder to digest. I made my own nut mix. So I got this from Container Store as well, and I basically put all the nuts that I like together instead of like buying an actual nut mix. It's just walnuts, almonds, cashews, and goji berries, which are just like my favorites. And so I snack on these a lot. I'll give you guys a little tour of like how I organized my kitchen. So it's not like perfect or anything, but it was an absolute disaster. And so you can see that it's much more cleared out. These we have to get rid of because we just found out that there's really bad stuff in 95% of oatmeal. So sucks to suck. Like I'll have little snacks like the pretzels and the cheese thingies or whatever, but at least they're not like the worst thing for you. I'm not super hard on myself about that stuff. I have a lot of supplements in little pouches. I have Sakara, I have my Brazil nuts. Like something like this is like, this isn't bad for you because it's not a Slim Jim. It's 0 sugar, it's grass-fed beef. It's literally, it is what it is. It's a source of protein, it's healthy fat, all that stuff. That's just how I eat. Cleaned this out a lot. This was a disaster. And it's just kind of like water bottles, storage stuff, some extra like serving stuff. This definitely needed to be cleaned out and is now a lot less stuff, a lot of spices, bone broth, and then just some drunk munchy mac and cheese. It's not about being perfect, it's about being balanced and doing well the best you can most of the time. This is my favorite so far because it's like the one that looks the most organized. So that's all my extra athletic greens and Symbiotica, then regular medicine on the left and supplements on the right. And then all of my teas. You can see I have all my Peak tea. These are my favorite ones. This is the one I've been drinking every day. This is really, really good for like minerals and hyaluronic acid in your skin. This is more matcha tea that I ordered on Amazon. This is my absolute favorite, ginger elixir. And this is another green tea. And then I have some back here, some like Sakara stuff as well. And then in here, you can kind of see like This one my friends brought over and I don't even know what it is. My favorite wine is Avalon. You know, you need to save it for a rainy day. I got cherries. If you keep your celery in water, it lasts like 2 weeks. So we're doing that. Coconut water, bone broth for once it's opened. And then I have some pineapple juice, which is like really good for digestion, bloating, and anti-inflammatory. And then aloe vera juice, really, really good for you as well. I have some poppies, some Olipop. These are actually really good. This is Blake Lively's little like mixer things, and me and my friends really, really like them. It's called Betty Buzz. Smoked salmon, everything but the bagel. I made my own tuna salad so that I could have it to snack on. That'll probably be my lunch today because I'm so busy. Strawberries I haven't cut up yet and put in a container. Same with the watermelon. Have my bacon, tomatoes, dill, because I like it in the tuna and I like it on the salmon. Then it was really hard to find a tortilla that didn't have like bad ingredients in it. And this one, the only bad thing, I mean, it's not really bad. Tapioca flour is fine. But the other ones had like xanthan gum or however you say it, and just like all this like chemical-y shit. So I didn't want that. I really like sliced fresh turkey. I don't like it in the package. I like getting it from the deli. I think that's a really good snack. And then asparagus, some lettuce, some mushrooms, some cucumbers, some super greens, onion, just for different like dinners and stuff throughout the week. Mayos, mustard, artichoke, pesto, sun-dried tomato, dill, pepperoncini, just different stuff to kind of like spice up the flavors, and just eggs. Lots of good stuff, guys. And then you guys know over here is my like Symbiotica stuff. I've been using this to water the plants. This is where I've been keeping my little peak. This is something Symbiotica sent me for like water. And then over here, probably shouldn't be walking in these. So this is the new couch. Oh my God, I can't believe you guys haven't seen it yet. See how much like deeper it is? Like look at the cushions. It just like sticks out way farther than the other one. Like the old coffee table would be absolutely ginormous right here. So it is so freaking comfortable. It definitely needs to be broken in a little bit. And then I got in a fight with a drill. So you can see that I had to like patch all these holes. Maybe you can't because of the lighting. But I wanted to do 2 floating shelves, and the wall doesn't have studs in it. It just has like bolts. And so, or not bolts, sorry. It just has like metal concrete like annoyingness. I wanna switch out this lamp because I feel like it looks teeny, teeny, tiny compared to the couch. You guys have seen the new coffee table, which is literally amazing. You guys have seen this, but I added some like decor pieces. So this is kind of the like coffee detox I was telling you about, but that's the book I have right there. My Kindle. I'm saving this stool because like I said, it's not broken, so why would I get rid of it? I have a lot of like extra decor and like books and stuff in here. So my journals, I put like some extra decor in there. Obviously that little guy is just like hanging out right there. These are books I've had for a while, which is why they're like kind of dirty. I have those like cute little Chicago books in there, some games and extra stuff in there, and then 2 little extra votive candles in there. And this I don't really have anywhere to store right now, but I thought it could be cute like with a candle in it with those 2 like outside on the patio. And I had this idea, I just don't want to open the door because it's loud, but I had this idea to get like a linen tan kind of table cover and put it over that entire table. And then it literally makes like a $20 table look like super rustic and chic and everything. Am I not a genius? I think I'm gonna do it just to prove it. This is my new plant. Like I said, I don't want to open the door because of the sound, but my grandma potted it all for me. She said that the planter is just like super old and from like a garden shop, so sorry, but there's rosemary, chives, sage, and some like thyme and stuff. And then this little tomato plant, which is really cute, but it's not technically mine. I was just plant sitting for my little brother, so that sucks, but I'm taking good care of it, so maybe I'll get my own or steal it. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Oh my God, look how gorgeous it is outside. But yeah, like, are we not obsessed with this couch? Like, it's pretty, pretty, pretty amazing. And then I switched up this a little bit. So I have some new glasses. I have extra wine glasses that came from LA, some extra cups. Not as much stuff as I thought. And then I really like these clear bowls because it goes all the way to one that's like literally that big. So I have so many different bowls for like mixing and stuff like that. I don't want it to get too cluttered. I don't need that much stuff, but I'm definitely missing some kitchen things that I thought were gonna come in the boxes that didn't. Do you guys like appreciate that I'm filming with the camera? No? Okay. I finally got this robe from Parachute because it is way too hot to wear any of those, so I'll have to move them, but I'm so excited to get ready in it. That's what I really wanted to do with you guys today, but here we are. Only thing wrong, see how cute would it look if that had linen on it? Ugh. You guys have seen my nightstands, and I'm really addicted to those little pill things that I showed you guys for traveling. I'm addicted to them at home now, which is awesome because it makes me feel like I have my shit together. This is what I have to work on, is like when I go shopping or get clothes. Shout out Kenzie Elizabeth. I'm literally, the next time I shower, I'm putting on those pants. I need to like figure out a system for clothes, and then like that's obviously a travel situation. I just feel like I get in bed and I don't see it because I look like that, not like that. So I haven't done it yet, but that's what I wanted to do today, and here we are, like I said. That was like a little like quick apartment update. I'm really proud of myself because even though it doesn't look like anything special, like it required pulling out so many things and like donating so many things and getting rid of so much trash, which is really great. So I'm starting to feel like I have more of like an organized system and like not too much clutter, because I just hate clutter. I definitely had like way too much decor get shipped here from LA because it was all in a house, and now I'm in an apartment. So I definitely have to get a storage unit here, but I'm just gonna try to relax, probably make a little snack, because after this, I'm gonna need more food. I actually really like this bone broth a lot. I wanna drink like a cup of it every single day. Okay, we're gonna relax for a moment in time. This is when you know we're back at it, boys. All the equipment is out. I didn't talk during that because you guys already know the drill, but I did start putting Vaseline all over my face at night, and it just made the biggest difference instead of just under eyes. And then I'll do like a little bit more under eyes and a little bit more before I go to bed, because my skin is just really dry from like the sun and the weather and everything. But I wanted to show you, I got this new Charlotte Tilbury. It is a beautiful skin science in color, smoothing, healthy looking glow cream bronzer for your face and body. And it looks literally amazing. So I feel like this is gonna become a favorite. This, I just like love being tan so much. This is Beauty Blender, and on the top, it's like this shimmery gold highlight, which I'm really excited about because I actually don't have any powder highlight, and I feel like I need it sometimes. And the bottom is like a cream. So I'm really excited about that as well. I feel like this is such a good like beach bag situation. Also, Charlotte Tilbury sent me this SPF 50 sunscreen. This is an invisible UV flawless primer. So it's flawless looking skin and daily defense. Apply it on its own after your skincare or under foundation. So I feel like this is more a daytime makeup thing or a just daytime without makeup thing. But I feel like her products, when they say flawless filter, like aren't joking around. So I feel like this might kind of be epic. They also sent me a brush with it for the cream bronzer, which I'm super excited about. I hope it looks good like on my chest and everything. And then Beauty Blender sent me this little guy. I obviously put on my Looks Unfiltered, and I'm wearing my new robe, and it's so much better because it is just so hard to keep my apartment cool in the summer, and I would be like absolutely sweating in the Barefoot Dreams one. So I'm literally obsessed with this, and I don't really feel like cooking dinner tonight, so we're going to do a quick and easy dinner that I thought of while I was working out. Did do a Sammy Clark 20-minute ab routine down at the gym. I really liked it. I love her core workouts, and I did like a 5-minute arm one, but I always just get so embarrassed at the gym like doing workout videos. I don't know why. Let's go to the kitchen. So I realized that I have turkey like I showed you. I basically realized that I could essentially make kind of like a chopped salad because I have tomato, turkey, and I used to always get turkey in my chopped Italian salad from La Scala in LA. Onion, even though it should be red onion. I have some greens that I might add in, and then I also got actual romaine, and then grilled artichokes, peppercini. I mean, that's like a solid amount of ingredients for a chopped salad, right? This is the best purchase ever from Amazon, so you can and cut. I'll show you. I had one of these after my workout for the first time. It's the Detox Fountain Beauty Electrolytes for youthful skin and deep hydration. Oh my god, they taste so good. I almost want to have another one, but I'm not going to. This could either be really good or really bad, by the way. Oh my God, I just paused at the craziest part. Before I head on to bed, I feel like there's really nothing to show you in there, so might as well keep using the big camera, even though the lighting, whatever. That salad was literally amazing. I cannot believe that I just made it for the first time. Oh my God, I'm gonna like actually post it, I think on Instagram Reels, so that you can have it like easier, and like I'll type it out and everything as well, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I got some really exciting news. I don't know if I told you guys, did I tell you guys that I was doing journals? I feel like I was like going to tell you. Things just went absolutely haywire. So anyway, because it was at the time that I was deciding to sell the house. So I made mood journals, and they look like this. They're like linen, they match everything. This was just the sample, so I'm getting like the actual one sent to me, but it's basically the same thing, besides it's like missing a little thing right here. But I'm really, really excited to dive more into this with you guys, because after a lot of back and forth, you guys have no idea, these journals I created all by myself, and to the point where like they were actually shipped to me, and at the last second I shipped them to Los Angeles because I thought I was gonna go back, and then I decided not to go back. I think it was too late to change the shipping address. They got shipped to my house in LA. My house was on the market. My house sold to the point where I was on FaceTime with my real estate agent at like 10:30 p.m. my time. He was doing a final walkthrough of the house since it was closed and everything. And he was like, do you want this stuff? And he literally flashed on FaceTime to a recycling bin like outside, and it was the boxes of the journals all in the recycling bin. And I was like, oh my God, those are literally, I was like, that's like money in the trash, because like I paid for all of it by myself. And that's like, I've worked so hard on these. Can you like, I just was freaking out. And so my absolutely amazing real estate agent got all of the boxes into his car and stored them in his garage for me. And I finally got them out of his garage and into a warehouse. They are ready to be shipped out in just a couple weeks to you guys. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and just keep up with everything, because they will be launching for a week. I don't know when this video is going up, but it's really exciting, and I'm gonna take you guys through it on Instagram and stuff too. But it's basically kind of like, I realized how much the podcast helps me by reflecting on my moods. I wanted you guys to be able to do it as well. So many of you guys have DM'd me to do this. In the back of my mind was like, I'm already doing it. So I'm glad you guys are just as excited as I am. It's really, really obviously aesthetically pleasing, and then has just a couple like intro pages. It has like an example page, and then the rest is blank for you guys to fill in, just like I do every single week. You can do it daily, you can do it weekly. I really wanted to make it kind of like custom, so that you didn't feel like you had to do it a certain way, in a sense, because I think like moods and like gratitude and goals are so different to everyone. And also I feel like we think that we have to do something exactly like everyone else, or we're not doing it right. It's like, you know, we should be doing something, we should be doing it a certain way. If you don't want to do it every day, or you miss a day, like you're not doing anything wrong, like you're not messing up. It's literally for you to figure out how you want to do it and what it works best for you, because everything works different for everyone. I was going to blow dry my hair, but I'm just like so tired from like biking around and everything today. I don't know. I don't really know like when I'm going out next. So like I said, we'll dive more into this on Instagram, but I'm so excited because I just got the news that I'm allowed to tell you guys and show you guys and start sharing it with you. So that's really, really exciting. It was honestly the mood booster I needed. Get back into work and everything with all my anxiety and traveling. I'm just like excited to be back in a routine and just like feel normal. I don't know. I know it sounds so bad. I think I told you guys this last vlog, but it was just like, I was just looking forward to like be done with Europe and then be able to like, I don't know, I'm a freak. Like I'm literally a freak. I'm very aware of that. I also wanted to say something we'll probably get into in another vlog, because this one's a lot of me talking and I know that's probably boring. I got comment about my anxiety on my last video. Something saying that like it's, you know, that I have nothing to be anxious about, or it's so stupid that influencers complain about their anxiety because of their life and like how they just shop, like I just shop for a living. I know it was just a troll comment, and I know majority of you like don't think that way, because I hope you'd think that I believe that my purpose and why I do what I do is more than shopping. In like a heated moment, I replied to the comment. I said something, and I also said like, would you say that to an interior designer that has mental illness and anxiety? Like they shop for their clients for a living. There are many people that have to shop, quote unquote, and just creative jobs in general. Like just because it may seem more fun having a creative job than maybe in accounting or banking or something job doesn't mean that it's not a job, and doesn't mean that it's not work and doesn't require work. Mental health, like we need to treat it the same way as physical health. You would never say, oh, you're an influencer, like why do you get sick? We're all human beings, first of all and foremost. So I'm not gonna like not share about my mental health just because of my career. I think if anything, sharing your life on the internet and talking to a camera by yourself, putting your life just out there in general and just in so many different ways that we can get into in a different video, it's actually detrimental for your mental health. Even though it may look great online, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes in our own brains being influencers, and then also like the amount of work it actually requires. My friends Claudia and Jackie actually went on this like amazing rant about their thoughts on influencing and stuff, and they were just saying how like it's actually like the worst job in the world, and that's a terrible paraphrasing, but they did an incredible job of like verbalizing influencer culture and stuff like that. So I definitely like really feel like I needed to hear that at the time that I listened to it. So I was really grateful. You know, a lot of my anxiety actually does come from work, but it's not even just the influencer part. It's just like how much work it actually is, and like how successful I have to be to support myself and my family. And there's just a lot that goes into like the whole influencing social media thing and mental health. And I feel like I never really talk about it. I ask people about it all the time on my podcast for their experience, and we'll maybe say some stuff here and there, but I don't really talk about it. And I think that I've been on the internet for so long that I actually have like a very different perspective on it, because I've lived through like literally, maybe I missed one, but like every single phase of the like YouTube to now. I'm not gonna rant because I feel like that's a whole separate video. So if you guys are interested in, I don't know, maybe a discussion about social media, influencing, mental health, work, career, whatever, let me know in the comments. I do read them, and I only read them for like the first like day or two, because after that, who knows who's coming and knocking on your door and saying something mean. So I kind of learned to limit myself a long time ago, but I do read every single DM. I do love being connected with you guys, and I love that I can share mood boosters with you, and that we can boost our moods together and get through the bad ones to get to the good ones, and make the bad ones not so bad and make the good ones even better. So I'm going to take my nighttime medicine. I'm probably gonna put a little bit more Vaseline on. It's just gonna be a good rest of the week, and honestly I'll probably start vlogging again in like a couple days. Sorry for like the kind of week delay. It's because when I came back I was still struggling with anxiety, and then the way that the partnerships worked out on the calendar, I don't like filming things out of chronological order because I just find it to be inauthentic, and I'm not gonna make up something and pretend like I was home for 2 weeks when I was only home for 1 week. I don't know, I'd rather upload in chronological order. I don't know if any of that made sense. I clearly podcasted way too much today and had too much human interaction, and now I'm trying to like eloquently speak, and it's probably not working, but I'm exhausted, and I'm gonna go watch Nashville. I will do Kindle recommendations in the next video because I have some good ones, and I'm really excited to share them. I'm just too obsessed with Nashville right now. I've literally been wanting to start the show Nashville for a year. My family and friends know I'm obsessed with actual Nashville, the place. Obsessed, love a good binge. If you haven't watched it yet, it's totally worth it. I know, us girls with anxiety, it's hard to start a new show, but I pulled trigger, I did it, and I was so proud of myself for doing it. So now that I'm in it, I'm in it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos. Make sure to follow. You know the drill. You're not like, you know what to do. Bye. I love you guys.